Welcome to the Hemlock State Explorer. Today we are exploring the Mohawk Trail at Cook Forest State Park. And this is exciting because, as you can see, this is a dense pine and hemlock forest. There are many ways to get here and many trail options. We started at the trailhead right across from the Cook Forest State Park campground, the Ridge campground that is, and then we'll be doing some loops up through this dense forest as you see, and going to what's called Senica Point, which has a fire tower we're hoping to climb and get some views of the surrounding areas. Then we'll head down to the Clarion River and then loop back up to this plateau. So thanks for joining us today. I think we're in for an exciting adventure. We're in a little bit of a clearing, but one of the reasons that this Mohawk Trail was appealing to us is that it has these massive old growth trees, and as I'm panning up, you can see an old growth hemlock. It's not the tallest we've seen around here, but it's still quite majestic. I just wanted to show you this one because it happens to be in a clearing, so you can get a good view of its branches and canopy. We're looking forward to seeing a lot more of this. This has so far been a very nice trail. And we're coming out of the clearing and entering back into the woods. I love the dappled sunshine that you see in the woods. It's actually cloudy right now and overcast, but even at midday when we get into these dense hemlock and pine forests, it looks like twilight. You can see up ahead there's a section of young white pines. See a yellow mark around this tree, around this large hemlock. I wonder if it's marked for some specific reason. Here's another tall tree. Let's just go up this one. Here's another huge hemlock. You don't get to see trees of this caliber in every place, which makes this Cook Forest State Park area special. There are other places like this in Pennsylvania. This is just one of the places that you can see old growth trees, but there aren't many. And even I see this one to our left, and then I see two more, actually quite large, up ahead to our right. Look how beautiful that is. Yeah, check out this tree. Two massive hemlocks right next to each other. We're on the Baker Trail, just past where the Seneca Trail comes up from the gorge of the Clarion River. And we're walking along the edge of the gorge more or less, and I wanted to show you this because the character of the trail changes. We've seen lots of hemlock, but until now we haven't seen much of hemlock's often companion, mountain laurel and rhododendron, but here we are now. We actually are seeing some cool rock formations. We're heading towards the fire tower. It's been foggy and overcast all morning, but now as you can see, the sun has finally come out. Wow, this is cool walking between these rocks. But the sun has now come out, so we're hoping for good views from the top of the fire tower. Just want to show you the rocks we walked through, just because it's a narrow passage. That was fun. And there's the Clarion River down there. You can't see it. But let's continue on our journey up to the fire tower. And here we are, the fire tower at Seneca Point. From the trail, it was easy to find. We just followed the sound of voices, as this is a very popular place. But we're in luck that no one's actually here right now. And it has been foggy and cloudy all day, but the Lord's given us a small kindness in that it's actually cleared up now and we see blue skies. This is the first time we've seen blue skies in probably a day and a half, 2 days. But come on, let's go up the tower. Seems sturdy enough. So this was used as an old fire tower, and as you know, oftentimes these things are closed off, but this one you're allowed to come up all the way up. Well, almost all the way up. I think we can get up to the last platform before the, I don't know what you call it, the cab at the top, but this will go as high as we can get. There's a few of these around, but most of them, for structural and safety reasons, have been closed off. We're approaching the canopy of the, looks like, chestnut oaks, or white oaks rather. Some red maple. No, those are chestnut oaks. Okay, we're seeing blue skies, white clouds. A few more landings to go. Getting narrower. Okay, we're above the trees now. Okay, this is as high as we can go. See a locked door. So let's go down a little bit and we'll see what kind of a view we can get. Let me just pan all around here. Oh, that's beautiful. So right below that, what you're looking at now, right below that is the Clarion River. Then the Clarion River curves to our right, and we'll be going down there very soon, Lord willing. But here we are, top of the fire tower. We'll go down here where it's a little bit better viewing. Yeah, take it in. Glorious. And for any agoraphobes, just hold on. We'll take a look down. There's some folks at the bottom. Well, let's not hang out too long. Let's give them a chance to come up and share this beauty as well. One last look. The trail descends the gorge and leads to the Clarion River, which you're looking at right now. Here it's shallow, slow. We actually walked across the river here at maximum depth. It was less than 3 feet, but it was a nice way to cool off. The sky's beautiful. Well, that was refreshing. Let's head back up the trail and continue our journey. After our swim in the Clarion River, which refreshed us, we are heading down the gorge now, downstream, and we'll take a trail up along a tributary to the Clarion. Just wanted to show you what a pleasant, cool, and peaceful hemlock and pine stand we're walking through right now. This is really refreshing. This morning started off very cloudy and foggy, a little bit of drizzle, but it has turned out to be a marvelous day. Just take that in. This is such a nice, peaceful trail along the river at this bottom section. Before taking the river trail up the plateau from the Clarion River, we turned aside to see the old sawmill dam. Let's go down and take a closer look. Wow, look at how large those stones are. Forms a waterfall. This is only about 0.3 miles from the trail back up the plateau to the Mohawk Trail, so it's only a short excursion and certainly worth the trip. Here is a view from the top of the dam. Looks like you can walk right out on it. You could even cross here if you wanted to. There's the spillway as it goes out to the Clarion River. Here's another large hemlock, and I just hung my hat here for a point of reference. That yellow line indicates that this has been treated for the woolly adelgid. We saw some workers in here earlier applying the systemic pesticide, injecting it into the ground. So they're protecting these trees from that pest. But as we pan up here, you can see just how wonderful this tree is and how tall it goes. There's a bit of a clearing up at the top with branches broken off on the side, so we can see a bit higher here than on other trees. There it is. We've just come up from the gorge and are now returning to the Mohawk Trail, back to the trailhead. And although it's about 1:15 in the afternoon and a hot day out, we have it made in the shade of this dense hemlock stand. You can see there's just dappled sunlight coming through, still wet from our dip in the Clarion, and it actually feels very pleasant with the coolness of the water evaporating off of us. So this is a very special place. We saw some variety of the dense hemlock stands, the huge old growth trees. The fire tower was spectacular. When you see a car coming through, we're almost back to the road. And then the dip in the Clarion and the old sawmill dam are all highlights of this trail, so we hope you can make it out here. Please check out all of our other adventures at hemlockstateexplorer.com. And these videos are just the highlights. We encourage you to go to the website and check out the full adventure. Please be sure to like, subscribe, and share, and join us on our next adventure.